Hey everybody, Dungeon Builder back again with 3 tips to make your next game of D&D even more immersive. Number 1, set the scene. Seems obvious. As a Dungeon Master, it's our job to communicate to everybody at the table what is happening, what they're seeing, what they're feeling. Now, I like to keep a note card in front of me that has the different senses on it. Taste, smell, sight, sound, all that good stuff. You don't need to hit every single one of those for every scene, but I find that it's really helpful to hit at least 2 or 3 of them. Say the party is entering into a waist-deep swamp. You can describe that they smell the rotting decay of the vegetation, the putrid smell in the air. They can hear the gas bubbles being released from the water as they gurgle up. Maybe they hear a noise in the distance. Through the mist, they can see shadows moving. Something for their imagination to take hold on. They may not all picture the exact same thing, but it puts them all on the same plane. They're all kind of picturing that same swamp. So when that giant troll emerges from the mist and attacks them, they're all locked into that same moment, and it really helps. Also with that, don't over-describe. You don't have to spend 15 minutes describing the exact location of every log or every, detail of the certain color of muck that they're stepping in. Allow their imagination to have room to fill in those gaps. Set it up with 2 or 3 things that they sense, whether it be they smell, taste, see, hear. I find that to be the best way to set up every scene. You want to set it up, give their imagination something to run on, and then allow that freedom for everybody to get locked in. Number 2, music. Pretty obvious one, but I think it's really vital. I know at my table I love to have either some kind of actual music or ambiance going. It's really up to you. You don't have to have anything crazy. There's tons and tons of resources out there. You can go on Spotify and just type in D&D combat, D&D cave, D&D town. People have tons of playlists already pre-made. You can go through and choose those, or you can make your own custom playlist. One thing I recommend is to try and vary it up. Try not to use the same music too often unless you're trying to build a theme that way. In my world, I try to have music for the start of that game. So when they're on one continent, I play a certain music at the start of the game. When they're on a new continent, I have a new theme. So that way it kind of subconsciously ties them into the location. It's something I've never even told my players. But when I play that theme, after many sessions, it kind of brings them back in. It's such an easy thing to do. You can play it on your phone. You can play it off laptop speakers. You don't need a super high quality sound system. If you have that, that's great. But you could just set up a little Bluetooth speaker behind your DM screen. Just something to just kind of pull everybody in. It's amazing how just a little bit of ambience or music can really tie the table together and help everybody just imagine the story together. Now, don't use anything that has lyrics. I find that music that has lyrics or singing in it, that can be kind of distracting. So stick to things that are instrumental. Number 3, be in the moment. As Dungeon Masters, we can often find ourselves, at least I know myself personally, I can find myself being so caught up in all the different things I gotta keep track of. I gotta keep track of that troll's health. I gotta think about the town they may or may not stop at, and all the NPCs that live there. I gotta think about all their backstories, the hireling and all their abilities that they're tagging along, thinking about the big bad and what they could be doing. All that stuff, describing the scene, changing the music, looking up rules, keeping track of snacks. It's a lot to juggle, but we have to remember when the game is going, be in the moment. Make eye contact with your players. When you're describing something, look at them. Don't just be looking at your notes or looking at stat blocks of the enemies. When you're describing something, make sure to look around the table, make eye contact with each player, and actually give them the time that they deserve for their moments. Say somebody's making an attack. Be cognizant of what they're doing. Listen to what they want to do. It's amazing how just taking a breath and slowing down for a second can really improve the immersion for everybody, not just your players, but yourself at the game table. Just try and build a mood at the table that is like relaxed. Obviously, there's moments where you want everybody to be kind of heightened and on edge, but that can come through you as the dungeon master controlling the aura of the table by being cognizant and being aware of how everybody at the table is feeling. It's amazing how something so simple as being present and just looking at everybody as you describe that scene, as you describe them descending into the dungeon and the tension, and you give a little bit of a pregnant pause as you describe the sound of a door creaking open and you're making eye contact with your players, it will pull them in. It sounds like a no-brainer, but there are times where I'm running a game, and like I said, I have so much on my mind, I almost forget that I have people at the table. So there are times where I have to remind myself of that, and it is very helpful. So whether you have to make a note card or, tell yourself before the game, take a breath and be like, oh yeah, it's all good. I don't need to be worried about everything. I just need to be worried about what's happening right now. Because, your players may go somewhere that you didn't anticipate, and that's fine. You'll figure it out as you go. There's no rule that says you have to be Johnny on the spot at every moment of the game. If you need a moment, you just say, oh, hold on a second, let me look something up. Nothing wrong with that. So be in the moment, look at your players, and listen to them, and it'll help build way more immersion at your table. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you got something good out of it. If you did, drop a comment down below letting me know if any of that was helpful, or if you have any other tips for how you build immersion at your table. I'd love to hear them. If you found the video helpful, give it a like, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Keep building.